Absolute pleasure to be with Heritage Resort and Golf Ambassador Marcel Sim. Marcel Sim, thank you so much for being with us. It's 5 minutes on the putting green here. You're just going to give us your free favorite drills that you do that allows you to perform when you're going out there on the golf course, which is La Réserve Golf Links, right? So run us through, break it down for us.
Yeah, so thank you very much.
Pleasure, absolute pleasure.
My fellow ambassador.
Yeah, yes.
I think it's very important that you keep it simple before the round.
Yeah.
You know, you do the hard work on a Monday, Tuesday with longer drills and more complicated drills. Before the round, I just like to check my stroke.
So this
quickly.
would be your Thursday, you're playing your first round. This is what you would do when you arrive on the putting green.
This is my routine every day.
Wow, this is great.
Yeah, so this always helps me just to get my stance the same way, because I know already, okay, this is there, my eyes are over the ball. I don't use a mirror for that, okay. There's people that use the mirror. Okay. So I tend to take the putter head inside. Okay. So this is why I have the 3 T's here.
I love that.
So that helps me just to have a straight backswing. When you always have a little bit of an arc here, you see that on the mat.
Yeah.
And so I just hit like 10 putts. Sometimes you hit the tees, the little gate, and come still a little bit from the inside. I come too much from the outside.
What I'm getting from this, Marcel, is really important. 2 things: train with immediate feedback, and then favor quality practice over quantity practice, right? So often golfers will come out here, and we see them because as ambassadors of the golf club, we see golfers every day, and they'll show up to the putting green, grab a couple balls, just like grab the putt, and it'll be like what we call hit and pray. They'll just be like, yeah, I'm kind of getting a feel for it. Yeah, it's not bad, and then go out on the golf course. But this allows you to have immediate feedback, favor quality over quantity, and that way when you're out there, you're just feeling so much more confident because you know exactly that when you're putting, your ball's missing those two tees. And Avish, if you just want to come closer here on the camera, you can actually notice how narrow this is. If I just put a ball in between these 2 tees, I mean, look at that. That's just wide enough. The tees are just wide enough for that ball to get in between. So if you just do that, putt after putt, I mean, your confidence just shoots off the roof, right?
Exactly. Then after this is all about green reading and the pace. So, like I said, I start with this, and then we go to the next one where it's just all about pace.
Yeah. So this will be the second drill.
It will be the second drill, exactly.
And just to finish off on this, because you mentioned when you go on the inside, look where the Marcel, Avish, if you want to come a bit closer, look at the way Marcel has placed his tees there. You see that? Now, if you were to take it too much out to in, you'd be putting these tees on the outside of it, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So this is just a great way to make sure that your path is online to where you want it to be, and then you have this immediate feedback to make sure that the ball's starting online as well. So whatever your putting stroke is, you can benefit from Marcel Sim's go-to drill by making sure that whatever side you're going on, you can use these tees to perfect your stroke. Let's move on to now the speed drill, right?
So usually we start, like I said, on a Monday or on a Sunday, I do like 5 meters, 6 meters, 7 meters, 8 meters. So, but I've done this work already in the preparation. Right. So now we go 4 meters, 5 meters, 6 meters, and I'm not allowed to leave it short. Okay. So you won't make a putt if you leave it short. So this is the important thing for the pace. We always keep that inside my grip of the 9-iron. Yeah. So this is the length where I know I can't miss. Yeah. So
it's 100%. It's in.
Exactly. So I can leave it short, but I'm not allowed to hit it further than this.
So the most important thing when it comes to speed is getting it inside that distance where you know it's going to be a 2-putt maximum. I think one of the things that amateurs can benefit from watching this video is the key to putting better is, first of all, avoiding free putts. I mean, you play with amateurs every single week in the prams before the tournament. I mean, free putts is a killer, right? It's a killer to consistent. You can already shave 3 strokes easy off your game if you can avoid those free putts. So just by practicing with in this environment where you know that if you get it inside this, it's practically a gimme, right? So how do you then move on from there onto those 4-meter putts? Is it 4 meters, right?
Yeah, roundabout.
So 4 meters, that would be like 5 big steps or 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Marcel's a tall guy like myself, so that would be 5 normal steps.
Yeah.
And then we have this 4-meter putt.
Yeah. So the idea behind it is that there has to be a penalty. I mean, saying that again on a Thursday morning, the first goal, if I don't make it, it's a penalty. You have to do it again.
What is it? Push-up penalty? What is it?
No. You have to start again. So you have to hold. You have to hit it in the hole or past the hole inside that tee. all 3 in a row. If you miss one or you leave one short, you have to start again.
You have the first part, which is technical practice, what I like to call block practice, where you're perfecting your mechanics. You're moving on to performance practice now, where if you miss it, you start again. So you're giving yourself that added pressure, which emulates or simulates on-course situation.
Exactly.
Love that. All right, so this would be your first putt. Get up there. Oh!
So now, seriously, this is now all about pace. I don't care if I hold it or not.
Because statistically, what are the odds that you get this in the hole?
This is only one out of 10 on 2 average.
That's 10%.
Yeah.
So this is all about getting it into the right spot, right? Giving yourself a chance.
Exactly.
For those of you watching, this is why it's so important to focus on speed as opposed to getting it. I mean, I know the priority number one is always getting the ball in the hole, but you know, as Marcel just rightly said, 10% of chance from 4 meters, 10%, right? So there you go, that's 1 out of 3. So he's just defied those odds.
Yeah, but I totally agree with you. I mean, it's easily to 3-putt this one. So you only have to hold 1 out of 10, but the rest have to be 2 putts.
Exactly.
You know, if you 3-putt, you hit it past here all the time. You know, that's not a gimme for all of us. I think you have to hold, from this distance, you only have to hold 7 out of 10. You know, the tour average.
Do you realize? I mean, that's only half a club away from here to there. Yeah. And it goes from 100% to like 70%. Exactly. So you're losing 30% odds of getting in the hole. Yeah. I mean, that's crazy.
So the cool thing is, you know, you achieve, even if you achieve this, then the tricky part is, I don't know if I make it now or not, but you manage to do this with these 3 boards, then you go there. Yeah. You do this, and then the last one, just to screw up your hat a little bit, you have to make the last one from here. So 10 putts you have to get in there.
So that would be 3, 3, 3, that'd be 9, and then the 10th one from the middle.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's it. That's fine. Again, I don't mind this. You know, it doesn't have to go in. It was not a great putt, but the pace was good. You know, that's what it's all about now.
Pace was good. I mean, I've been playing here for the last 5 weeks or so, and my putting has been pretty good in terms of speed. And every time I missed a hole, just like you did, I always say to myself, I gave myself a chance, right?
Yeah.
It's all about giving yourself a chance and an opportunity. If you miss it before the hole, I mean, that's just the worst thing that can happen in golf, is leaving it short, right?
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh my day.
That's the best feeling.
Wow. That's the best feeling, yeah. All right, so now we move on to the last one.
So again, the pressure gets higher and higher and higher because you don't want to start all the way on front again, you know, if you leave one short. Go! Well, here we go.
That's all right. It's like looking at me like...
No, that's definitely short.
That was short, that was short.
Yeah.
So that would mean you'd start again?
Yeah,
Really?
on a Thursday I would do it one more time, only because I don't want to screw my head up before the round, you know. So
If you were in a practice session doing this, you would just start it all over again until you get it. Wow, that's performance practice. I love that.
Yeah,
all right.
But that's fun as well, you know. You have that competition and.
Yeah, I mean, I always say this to my academy students. You got to try and simulate on-course pressure in your practice. If you can make practice harder, then play becomes easier, right? I mean, it's so easy to get on the putting green and just putt without pressure. So what would be, so you got one last one for us?
Yeah, so this is the 9-iron, and that's where we start. So we make a circle. So then you have like a right to left to right putt, uphill, downhill usually, you know, if you have a putt with a slope.
So this would be like around the world?
Exactly. So we do like 8 putts or whatever. And then I do 3 rounds. So I hold all of them, and then I go 1 foot further. And I do the round again. Really? And then I do another foot, and that's it, but that's it. Okay. So these ones, sometimes, you have good days, you have bad days where you're like a little nervous or whatever. I like to close my eyes for the first round. You know, I aim, look, close my eyes and pull the trigger. Love it. So I think this is really nice to gain some confidence. No. You know, this is really easy. But this is exactly the range where I was practicing from there, because this is like, you should be able to hold it like this, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But I'm just going to comment as you're putting it, because I love this. This is free drills, give you what I call the perfect practice plan, because What is the 3-step to a perfect practice plan? You've got block practice, where you're working on your technical aspects, which is what he was doing with his mechanics on the first drill. Then you've got performance practice, where you're simulating on-course situations to give you that bit of pressure. And then you're doing what I call variable practice, where you're going from different areas, still giving you that pressure, but you're never putting from the same area twice in a row. You're always going around, changing that putt, varying it as much as possible. So again, if you're watching this video and you want to perfect your practice, you could actually use this system in practice situations, short game, block practice, performance practice, variable practice. Each one there was absolutely spot on and perfect. And that makes you realize how these guys are so good out there on the golf course. Nothing is left for questioning. They practice the way they would play out there on the golf course, 100%. Just quality practice over quantity.
Yeah, but it's big time. It's so important. You lose so much time, important time, just throwing the ball and hitting putts from the same spot all the time, because you just copy paste it in a way. So it's very important to have this different situations, and like you said, quality practice, not quantity.